Thank you for being here. I think it's a wonderful opportunity. Today it's the extra day in the year, February 29th. Happy leap year, happy leap day, I should say. So I would like for us to talk about all the different details of what will make this event a success and answer all of your questions. We will have a lot of sections and a lot of information. So, sorry, I'm getting notifications while we're doing this. So while we go through the different steps and the different sections, I will ask if you have questions to please put them in the chat. A lot of people will have the same question, so I'm going to be reading in the chat those questions that you propose, and we will address them. Because there is a lot of information that I want to cover today, if there's something that we can leave for the end, you will have another opportunity to ask your questions then. And so if there's something urgent, something that you think I misspoke, please raise your digital hands, which are below my face in your screen or below the screen share that I have right now. Very well. So I would like to start by covering the agenda that we have today. We're going to talk about date and location, the general schedule, the move in and move out, the conference, floor plan, confirmed booths, vendors and venue services and rules, how to order online, hotel courtesy blocks, sponsorships, technology showcase, and important documents and dates and links that you need. So starting by the beginning, date and location, you know it's June 18 to the 20th at the International Center in Mississauga. We held it there last year, and it's been a great venue. The full schedule is already posted on our website, but I wanted to separate things one thing at a time. The trade show floor will be open on June 18th from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m., June 19th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and June 20th from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. There are certain social events. On June 18th from 5 to 7, we will have a cocktail on the main floor, and we will have a barbecue to close the event on June 20th from 12 to 1:30. The conference will be the first thing that starts on Tuesday, June 18. We will have opening remarks and a keynote at 9 in the morning, and we will have all-day conferences in a safety room and a construction room from 9:45 a.m. to 5 p.m. The reason behind this is because we want the most important topics of our industry to be addressed in that morning without any distractions, and we will have gaps in the day that the trade shows floors are going to be open without the interruption of sessions. So there will be more time for you to be with your attendees and the people visiting your booths. Questions about the schedule? Okay, good. Moving schedule, we will have, as we did last year, 2 different schedules for indoors and outdoors. Outdoors exhibitors can start at 8:30 in the morning. We will offer 1-hour windows to arrive so we can avoid complications and overcrowding. We will have a forklift available for rent, so you can purchase that through our website. It includes 30 minutes to move in and 30 minutes to move out on the 20th. More detailed calendar will be provided once I know exactly who is going to be needing the services and where you are placed on the floor plan. For the indoor section, we will have 2 opportunities for setup. Monday, June 17th from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. I can potentially stay a little later if that is necessary. And we will have a more detailed schedule for the more complicated booths to be set up. If there are any requests, you, of course, know that you can reach out to me. And then for the booths that are more, that are simpler to set up, we will have a window for June 18th in the morning before we have the conference start. The trade show floor will be closed from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. where we open it. And so that gap of 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. is for those who arrive later from a flight from a different country, or, you know, to have a little bit of allowances. But it's only 1 hour, and then we will have the floor closed. Questions? Okay. We will use the same setup for moving in. The outdoor exhibitors will come straight to the parking lot in the front, and the indoor exhibitors who have truck deliveries will have to load through the back for the docking doors. And if you are just bringing in some materials by yourself with a dolly, you can just come through the front door. Move out schedule will be 1:30 p.m. A hand is raised. Go ahead, unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hi, are we allowed to ship to the hotel with like FedEx or Purolator? Is that okay?
Well, hotels, they all have their own arrangements. So you could talk to a hotel and see if they receive a package for you.
Can we ship it directly to the exhibition place as well?
You could ship it directly if they deliver on June 17th.
Okay.
Because we will be there, but you have to make sure that it's addressed properly. And if possible, if you can be there to receive it, that would be ideal, because there will be a lot of movement.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. We have a situation with materials handling where the company that receives the materials charges a fee. So if you want to get your materials shipped to their warehouse and they can receive them and then bring them to the venue, that's another possibility. However, you should all be very clear as to what it includes, and so as not to have any surprises, particularly with heavy items. Okay. So regarding move out, it's going to be 1:30 to 9 p.m. on June the 20th. We will all be celebrating the end of the event with the barbecue hosted by the Technology Showcase title sponsors. Ian Green is one of them. And so we will be enjoying this in the social area outside until 1:30 p.m. Once that is done, you are going to be able to go back to your booths and start tearing down. Again, the forklift will be available. We need to, of course, make the schedule according to, different needs, and we'll plan for this accordingly. And you could do, for indoors, you can do the simple tear down at your own pace, or arrange for the crates to be brought back to your booth with Freeman, if that's the service that you get from them. So again, this is something that you will have to coordinate directly with Exhibitor Services from Freeman. Questions? Lisa, go ahead.
So the outdoor barbecue, is it going to be taking place, I guess, not in the same place as where the expo is? Because the expo finished at 11:30 that day, right?
No, the expo doesn't finish at 11:30. We have a keynote at 11:30, and the barbecue is from 12 to 1:30.
So as an outdoor exhibitor, we can keep it open all the way till 1:30?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, definitely. Yes, Lisa? You raised your hand again.
Sorry, I was trying to put it down.
No problem. Got it. Very well. So move out, we will proceed with the same areas as move in. So wherever you came, whatever door you came in through, that's the door that you'll use for moving out. Conference. We will have 2 conference rooms that are going to be themed. They're going to be 2 full days. And we will have an additional stage in the technology showcase. The speakers need to apply online. There's the request to get an abstract and a short bio to see who the speakers are and what the topic is, so that we can place it accordingly. you'll see here in the schedule, we have safety and construction on June 18th, innovation and operations, and sustainability and maintenance on June 19th. The technology showcase stage is focused on the digital rail enterprise. And so, and we will likely have the closing keynote in that area as well. For the conference, we are not allowing brand and product pitches. We are going to be focusing on presentations that contribute to the industry on the 6 areas that are mentioned in the schedule. We have a committee that is going through the submissions, and they're deciding where it's most suitable and which presentations have the most urgency, given that we have a limited amount of time for the 2 days. And of course, if there's something that is of utmost importance, we can also arrange for other events. So feel free to apply. Even if you have 3 different topics, apply, because then we'll be able to craft a conference that's of most value to the whole industry. For the conference, we ask that everyone registers before June the 14th. The speaker applications are going to be received until March 15th. Questions? Damon, go ahead.
Hi, Andrea. I was just wondering, when will you decide who the speakers are going to be?
Yeah, so we are receiving applications until March 15, and our committee will make the decision before the end of the month. We're also working in creating panels for different topics, and so there's a lot of shuffling around and people to consider. That's why we're gonna probably announce the final schedule the last day of March. But the applications we ask for the 15th. If possible.
Awesome, thank you.
We still have a couple of weeks where you can just get your heads together with your teams. Thank you for that question.
Cheers, thanks.
The full floor plan is now much larger than last year. We're going to host 200 exhibitors, and this is the indoor and outdoor sections that are here marked with the keys. We will have 2 coffee areas. One is sponsored by the Technology Showcase sponsoring in green, and the other one Universal Rail. We will have 2 lounge and social areas indoors, one of which will be the center for the cocktail, where the food and beverages are going to be served. And then we will have the other social area outdoors, where we will have the barbecue. We also have, like last year, 3 meeting booths, and these meeting booths are available for all of you to book through the app to have one-on-one meetings with people from out of town or with other exhibitors that maybe you want to have a private conversation. So this is possible. They are fully curtained, and there's 2 couches and a table like last year. So you'll be able to have those more private conversations than in front of everyone else. Outdoors, we will be doing demos all day, all 2.5 days. All the companies outside will be showing you the best features of their products and equipment. And the access doors are doors B and C. These are big doors all the way up. It's going to be at least 10 feet tall and 10 to 15 wide. And so these areas are going to be there's going to be a lot of foot traffic. As we said, the Technology Showcase is an area within the floor plan, and there's a stage. So the dark blue is the place where the chairs are going to be facing, and the white space is the stage and screen. All those stars that you see there on the floor plan are for preferential placement. What this means is that these are the areas that we estimate are going to have the biggest foot traffic, and so that makes them premium areas. And so there's a benefit to sponsors that they can pick from here. And if you want to be in one of those preferential placement booths, then there's an added fee for them. And they're reserved to members only. Now, confirmed booths. We have a list, and I'm updating it regularly on the website. These are the ones that I had confirmed last week when I finished this presentation. And so go on our website, check if you have the right booth number that you wanted, look at the floor plan where you are, who your neighbors are, and if you have any questions, concerns, you can reach out. Because in the list, you don't know exactly who's next to you, because the numbers are like streets, the odds and evens. Vendors and the venue. So for all of you, we will have a show tech to provide power and water. The indoor booths include one outlet. The outdoor booths can choose to have power and order it directly from them. Encore will have AV rentals, like if you want a TV or a screen or stuff like that, and internet. And for indoors, the show decorator and materials handling will be done by Freeman. And outdoors, the furnishing and the canopies are from Vincent Tents, which we will be mediating those orders. So if you want any upgrades for the outdoor booth, you can let me know. And for moving in and out, you know that outdoors has a forklift. Questions? Good. So about rules to follow for the event, there is in the exhibitor's agreement, which you haven't seen yet on purpose. There are safety rules, insurance rules, schedule requirements, and information about the clearance of the venue, and requirements for good neighbors. All of these will make the event be better for everyone. We ask that you read them carefully, that you ask me questions if you have them after reading them. I will go over some of these points in detail. But these are basic things like don't block your neighbors. If you have something really tall and really wide, and then we're going to have to ask you to bring it down or change the positioning so that everybody has a fair shot at getting seen. The venue does not allow outside food or beverages of any kind. Even indoors or outdoors, it is the same situation. The venue has a food area where you can purchase pizza, sandwiches, salads, and some baked goods, and all kinds of beverages. We will have the cocktail on the evening of the 18th and the barbecue at lunchtime on the 20th. So there's possibilities for you to get food through the venue. If you are interested in offering something to the attendees walking by, then we're going to have to contact the venue's food and beverage representative and discuss with them how that can be arranged. Lucy, no, we are not allowed to bring a small coffee machine to our booth. Our sponsors are offering free coffee for everyone throughout the conference, so you will be able to go walk to a barista and get coffee for yourself. So that is a sponsorship, and no, we cannot bring coffee machines. Water bottles for the booth staff. I should stop the recording to answer this. Of course, you can bring in, if you have a lunch and you're going to take a lunch break or have some water, that makes sense. But we're not allowed to distribute food and beverages. Does that answer the question? Okay. Perfect, Stacy. Then a couple of things that we've struggled with last year because of the volume of work and the size of our team. We will not be allowing anyone to set up on June the 17th if your invoices are not paid in full before June 14th, end of day. So if you send a big truck with equipment and the truck driver wants to leave the materials and you're not there and the bill is not paid, then we're going to have to turn that truck away. So please make sure that you confirm that everything is in order before end of day of the Friday prior to the show. We have a new privacy policy that allows us to share the list of attendees with all of you exhibitors. So this year you'll have the opportunity to receive this list. We will distribute the draft of the list prior to the event, and we will send a complete list after the event is done. We will also have an event app. Give me just one moment, Gabriel. We will also have an event app where all of the people attending and all of the people exhibiting will have the opportunity to create a profile. And so you will be able to connect with every person during the event live and send messages, send requiring for meetings and all of that juicy stuff to really exploit that we're everyone in the same space. Yes, go ahead and ask your question.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes.
Just to know, what will there be either an email and or phone number on that list? I just want to know what we need to collect while we're at the show.
We're going to have email and phone number. So if you want to have the phone number, if you don't want to give your personal phone number, then that's perfectly acceptable. You can give your company phone number, but we request the full address, like the whole profile, so that people can find you and reach out to you. And if they have to send you a marketing package, they can send it to your headquarters.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Very well. Any more questions? Okay. Hotel courtesy blocks. I've been working really hard and trying to get the final links for registration. We have booked courtesy blocks for 4 hotels in the area of the venue and 2 downtown. The pricing of the hotels has gone significantly up, so this is going to save some headaches. However, I don't have the links today. I promise I will send all of this to you as soon as I receive them. But anyway, that's why we're still waiting. Technology showcase. We went a little bit over what this is. This is going to be an area within the space. The booths are going to be 10 by 10, and there's an exclusive stage. The vendors are going to present the industry and their clients to speak to focused audience. So any development, product launches, etc., and the moderator and the creator of the space, Jim Charbonneau from OnExpress, who's an associate director at TRACCS, he will be moderating and he will be creating some panels with CIOs. So there's going to be interesting things happening on that stage. So this is going to be a smaller area. The exact setup is not yet determined, but if you know Jim Charbonneau, you know he is a wild card. He's fun, he's interesting, and he's creating some fun things for you to go and see. Okay, social events. We talked about how we will have a barbecue and a cocktail. So the barbecue is sponsored by the Technology Showcase title sponsors. The cocktail is, their sponsorship still available. It will be sponsored by 7 companies for a small amount. So it's a group of companies offering this. It will be hosted in the social areas, as I mentioned. And I think this is a great opportunity to put your name, your brand out there. So if you have questions about this and you want to explore that opportunity, reach out and we'll make sure we get you there. Questions? Okay. These are the locations for the cocktail and the barbecue, as I mentioned earlier. And sponsorships. I'm not going to go into detail. This is all in the event prospectus. I do want to mention that sponsorships are exclusive to members. They are priced for members, so the discount codes for that we have for booths do not apply. They include the right to a preferential placement at no additional cost, and the sponsors will have the option to offer door prizes and raffles in the social areas, so you'll have the opportunity to have a lot more exposure on top of having the banners, and this year as well, the promotion in the event app. If you have any questions, if you're interested in potentially exploring a new or a different sponsorship, just reach out. Yes, Greg? Greg, you can unmute yourself and speak.
Sorry, I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Now we can, yes.
Okay. Good to see Andrea again. I came in about 5 minutes late into this because I was caught up in another call. Is there a complete exhibitor list available yet, or?
You can find the list on our website.
Okay, so.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. So the other thing that I wanted to mention is there's a number of important documents that we're going to ask that you read, sign, information that we need to get from you so that we can proceed with the organization and all the logistics. I have created an Exhibitor Hub's website, and I did not share this link with you yet because I wanted to get your attention as far as what information is required in each section and why it's important that you complete it all. Last year, we had a lot of difficulty gathering the information because not everything was completed properly. And so it made our team's job a lot harder. I ask that you follow the instructions carefully, and if you have questions, you can ask them, but please submit the documents only one time, complete and thoroughly. So we're going to have the exhibitor's agreement, the exhibitor's manual, and the event prospectus. All these documents are now posted in the Exhibitor's Hub, which is a website I will show you. And then we will request the exhibitor registration form. This is to be able to get the show decorator services and the material handling for Freeman, and also for us to be able to upload all this information into the app. We also have a personnel registration form, which is different from the exhibitor's registration form. The exhibitor's registration form focuses on the company, the organization, and only one contact, which is the team leader for the event, the person that's going to be able to make the purchases and the orders, if you want carpet or not, if you want some rigging or power and all of that. And then the personnel registration form is for the badges, okay? Some companies have someone organizing the event but not attending, okay? So the exhibitor team leader is not necessarily a person that is from the personnel. So those are two different forms, and we require that you fill them out carefully and thoroughly. The personnel registration form includes 4 slots for 4 people. If you have a medium booth, you will have 2 people included, 2 badges included. The other 2 spots are for those who have a large or extra large booth, because large and extra large booth include 4 badges. Okay, we ask for the basic information: name, title, email, and phone number. This is going to be essential for us to be able to organize everyone. If you have any changes in the personnel that you have to have last minute, there will be a time for you to submit these changes, and I will make sure that all of you are aware of what those times are. Just a moment. Very good. And then we have the booth equipment form and insurance. All exhibitors need to submit insurance information. It could be the basic information, insurance for a marketing booth, that's just a roll-up banner. or it could be if you have equipment on display, or if you have equipment being demoed. So this information needs to be submitted. Lucy, can you give me a minute? I will go into detail with these things. Okay, so I will go into more detail about what these forms are in a moment. Just a summary. The exhibitor's agreement is essential. It has all the rules and information that we were talking about. We need to identify their team leader, and it must be signed and submitted as soon as possible. The Exhibitors Hub is the website I mentioned. It's traccs.ca/RailDayExhibitors. Please don't go there yet. Allow me to walk you through it. So this page will have all the information, all the links to all the different documents and forms that you will need. And it also has the floor plan and the list of exhibitors with their booth numbers. It will also have information about the hotels as I receive the links. And it also has connection to all the links to order from Freeman, from Showtech, from Encore, and the contact information for the cleaning services as well, if you require any booth cleaning in between days. Insurance, I was talking about that and Lucy raised her hand. So for insurance, we require commercial general liability, automobile liability if you have any type of vehicle to display or set up display, and an umbrella liability. This is standard for the industry, and it's standard for the type of event that this is. We have our insurance provider, and we will be sharing that information with the team leader. Once we identify who that person is, we will share the certificate of insurance, and so that everyone knows the venue and we're going to be safe about everything. Lucy? Go ahead and unmute yourself and ask your question. Okay. All right. About the badges, what if we have people taking turns at the booth? Okay, so you will be able to request additional badges. You can send me an email about that. Okay. Ideally, we want to stick to a smaller amount of exhibitor badges. But if you have personnel taking shifts, then we need to take that into consideration. We don't want exhibitors to get a regular visitor badge through the website and then walk around with a visitor badge and saying, oh yeah, by the way, I'm an exhibitor, that you have a visitor badge. Also, the visitor badges are limited in the amount of networking that you can do through the app. And so this is going to make a difference for your team. So if you're exhibitors and you're working for the booth, then by all means, request those additional badges. Any more questions about that? Or the insurance? Okay. The information requested will be these 5 separate forms. I will make sure that I track who submitted what. The way that we're doing it this year is by forms that have required fields. Please input information that is accurate. As I said, the exhibitor registration form, personnel, booth equipment, and insurance. The insurance could be a PDF attached to the booth equipment registration form. So that is something that you can submit together. Once we have a clear idea of what equipment you are bringing to the floor, we will be able to craft a move in and move out schedule. And then we will ask you to provide any preference time slots. So this is going to be done between now and our second exhibitor info session, which will take place at the end of April. So this last form is not yet available. The Freeman website is already live and it's working. It's for show decorator services and material handling. The booth comes with a table, the chairs, a wastebasket, and a sign with your company name. The only thing that we do not require, but you can choose to get, is carpeting. And then any other design for your booth that you would like to, you can get any additional furniture from Freeman. You can do that through their website. The only way you'll be able to place these orders is once you complete the exhibitor registration form. If I don't have this form ready, I cannot send this information to them so that they can create a user for you that you can then log in to place your order. So please complete the exhibitor registration form as soon as possible. Questions? Lucy, your hand is still up. Is this a new question? Adriana, go ahead, unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hi, Andrea. I did join a bit late. I was picking up my kid from school, so you may have already covered this. Is the registration form for exhibitors, the form you're discussing, was that part of our payment and registration?
No, this is a new form, and you'll see everything in the website once I get to it.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I'll keep an eye out for it.
You're very welcome. So addressing this, the information that you've already sent is information that we used for billing of the booth space. It wasn't information that we are using for the personnel dealing with the event. So that's a good question. Thank you. Very well. App profile. This will be covered in detail on our second meeting. The exhibitor team leader will have access to the app to create a profile for the company and upload to the app the logo, links, and videos and stuff profile, contact information for all the people there. If you want to add your social media, your website, or any job opportunities in your company, that's something that you can do through the app. Now, the app is still being developed, so we're still not ready for this stage. We are going to have it ready close to the end of April, so that you will be able to, in April, start uploading your information and start using the app to, start connecting with other people that are coming to the show. Just one moment. Thank you. Okay. Questions? Good. Important dates. We had the early bird prize until February 15th. The spring prize, the current prize, is only available until May 15th. And so after that, there's a summer price increase. There's a speaker applications due on March 15, and the exhibitor's second info session on April the 30th at 11 a.m. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not May 15th. It's April 15th. I will correct this in the slides I send to you before. Okay. And then important links. I'll be sharing all of these are inside of the exhibitor manual. So you're going to have everything that you need in the manual, etc. Now, did you say the premium booth space is still available? Yes. And you can become members. Yes, Lindsay, you can become members to purchase a space. So there's a different way of doing the invoicing this year. So if you have an interest in changing your level of participation, you can email me and we can work it out over a quick call. So Lindsay, you can give me a call later today. Thank you. I'll take care of you. Now, another thing that I would like to do is walk you through the page. So I'll be sharing a different screen now. Okay. Just 1 second, sorry. Okay. So let's see if you can see on my screen perfectly. As I said, I created the Exhibitors Hub, and you'll have the link in a moment. This is all the information that you need to know about everyone's participation levels, all the documents, all the forms. So you're going to come to this page and you're going to click on something, for example, the event prospectus or the exhibitor's agreement or the manual. So by recommendation of one of you guys, Gabriel, I don't know if that's you from Flow, we've separated the information in the manual and the agreement itself. But there's a very close relationship between these two documents. So once you click in the exhibitor manual, it's going to open this PDF. And the manual has all the information on how to order online, what each rule includes is a summary of the essential rules, the move in, the move out, the schedule, and everything else that you need. The first page, the first point is all the links and all the contact information you may need to have a successful event. This will also be posted on our exhibitor page. So this blue page is going to be important to you guys. Refer to it, and I recommend that you don't download and use a PDF. Download it as a reference. As things progress, if there are any shifts, any changes, they will be reflected on this document that is online. So you can do it however you want. My recommendation is that you check the latest version anytime you have to consult something instead of a PDF that may be outdated. So going back here, we have also the exhibitor's agreement. And in this one, we have the option for you to put at the end your signature. This one states all the rules and all the legal aspects of things. And here's for you to sign. John, will there be a revision? Let me see. A revision number to show that it has changed. That's a good question. I can do that. I can change the revision number. I can do one better and also give it a date instead of a version number. And I'll always keep the latest date online. Very well. So once you read all this, you can sign it. The full privacy policy and terms and conditions has been posted at the bottom of our website. So any link that you have to our TRACCS website has the privacy policy and the terms and conditions. It's been there since November. So please make use of them if you have any doubts. And as you can see, all this information that you need here. These are the forms to submit the information requested. The exhibitor registration form that you see now in blue, this one is very important. Please complete it thoroughly and then submit it. I will get a notification and I'll be able to immediately send that information to the show decorator and to all the other vendors. Personnel registration form, there is no rush for this. So don't just fill it in with whoever you think is going now. You can take a month, look at what your staff schedules are going to be like so that we don't go back and forth with versions. So it's easier on everyone. Then the booth equipment form, as I said, this one has at the bottom, after you pick what type of booth you are, what style. Here, for example, it says marketing display of equipment versus large equipment for demo. Of course, this will have different insurance requirements. And so here you can upload a file and then submit it. Questions? Okay. Information sessions. This is the first info session that we're having today. And we will have another one on April the 30th with reference to all the other topics that we mentioned, the app, the hotels, any new personnel, any changes. That's when we're going to address them. And then, of course, we're going to walk you through how best to upload your company information in the app and how to do that. Questions? And as today's session, we will have a recording that you can refer to. Then other ways to participate, as we spoke about applying to speak, the technology showcase, and well, attending. If you have people that you want to invite, you can send them this link to get free tickets. This takes directly to the registration page. And then the order links from vendors. We talked about Freeman, and then there's Power, and then Internet from Encore. So I'm going to show you something about the Freeman website because it's a little trickier than all the other order pages. So when you click on it, you're going to see this page that's about our event. But then at the top right, there's a login button. You're going to have a login. So when you click here, it's going to take you to put your username and a password. Once you fill in the registration form, you as a team leader will be receiving an email from Freeman with your access to this page. And that's how you can log in. So now I'm going to log in with my user just to show you how this can work. Their discount price deadline is May 21st. And then there's other deadlines as well for sending or receiving the materials that you have. You have the full show schedule here at the top in orange. And you can purchase, or I should say rent, any kinds of displays, furnishings, and you can also get shipping and material handling information. So I'm going to go here for a moment because this has been the trickiest part of their website. You'll see here in blue and green how the shipping and material handling is performed as to when they receive the shipments that you send to them in their warehouse, how they move it to the event venue. They take it to your exhibit space, and then they store the empty containers, and then they ship out. This is standard, but I've had the situation where I had to explain this to a few people, so bear with me. When you hire from them the shipping or the material handling, or both, you're going to get this round trip. So it's going to come, and then it's going to go. They have, for material handling, well, a tutorial and all of that. But then they also have a calculator for you to know how much money it will cost you to ship and handle your materials with them. So this orange button at the top right, looking for material handling rates, you can click on it. And then there's an estimate material handling calculator, outbound paperwork, and shipping labels. All of this is available for you to go. You can go get your estimates. You can put booth 312. You can put to the warehouse or to the show site. You can put the weight, let's say 500 pounds. And what is the heaviest piece? Let's say my heaviest piece is 120 pounds. And then you're going to give this a name, 312 test. And then I'm going to get an estimate. Okay. Please use this calculator before you hire their services. TRACCS is not going to be able to support you in fixing issues with them, and they are an expensive service. Questions? Yes?
Hi, Andrea. It is Gabriel representing Flow.
Hi, Gabriel.
It's hi. It's not a question. This is just a public service announcement.
Okay.
For anybody who isn't familiar with material handling, please understand that it is not the same as shipping. Shipping is to get whatever you need to the door of the facility. Material handling is a separate charge to get the stuff that's received at the door and take it to your booth, and then later on take it back to the door. It is not the same thing, and it is very expensive. So be clear on what that is.
Thank you for that, Gabriel. That's an important distinction, and you were really clear with it. Thanks. Adriana, question?
Yeah, question. So just thinking about customs and overseas, I know that sometimes when I ship through FedEx, it'll get held up or it'll be brought to the facility.
Yes.
Is Freeman doing pre-show pickups direct to warehouse across border?
I'm not aware of them doing pickups. What I do know is that we are TRACCS Rail Day is registered with customs, and we have a letter. So if you're shipping anything international, when it gets to customs, the event and the dates are going to be like, they're going to be aware of our show. So they will contact the customs broker. We have an agreement through Freeman with a customs broker, so they'll be able to fast track any complications. I am not aware of their fees, however, so that's something that you may want to check with Freeman. And as we're talking about them, here you have, let's go back to the home of the page. There's a lot of information here for order from previous show, concierge services, ship with Freeman, and then they have here information of their staff. Let me give you a second. Show contacts. So here you will have the exhibitor support, and then there's Freeman transportation, the warehouse address, the show site address. So everything that you need, be it that you are an indoor exhibitor or not, is going to be here. So you can hire Freeman for this unique service or for all the other stuff. One doesn't mean that you have to hire the others. So just consider that all the information that we made available there. Adriana, did I answer your question?
Yeah, follow up. The customs form will be in the exhibitor manual?
I will add that in the exhibitors hub. I will
Great,
put
thank
that.
you.
I will put that here as well with the order links from vendors. I will load here the letter of recognition and the contact info for that company.
Appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Lucy?
Yes, I was able to activate my microphone. So if we are bringing our own couches and table and so on, are we allowed to bring everything in ourselves?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
Yes. If you have any way of decorating your booth that you bring yourself, you can bring it yourself. They do not lend the forklift if you don't rent their services. So I have a couple of dollies that I'm going to try and make available. So I'm going to try and help as many people as I can. But try to get your staff to be able to move things on your own, because there's going to be a lot of people. Last year we had 105 exhibitors. This year we're aiming for 200. And so things are going to be a little trickier to get a hold of me on the floor and all of that. But you can definitely bring all the decoration and all the setups that you have from other shows yourselves.
Super. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions about this topic? Okay. So as I said, this is the exhibitors hub. All the information I will be uploading and updating as soon as I get it from the different vendors, etc. You will also see that the internet link is not functioning right now. I am waiting for their updated link because we made some changes in our setup. So I'm waiting for their link. So hotels and internet, you're going to have to wait a little bit. For the app, we're going to have to wait a bit as well until our team finishes the setup in the app before you can send it. But right now, you can complete the exhibitor registration form, which is essential. Sign the exhibitor's agreement and read the exhibitor's manual. This is the most important thing that I'm going to need you to do right now. Any additional questions at this moment? Okay. As always, I am available to answer any and all questions. You can email me. If I don't respond within 24 hours, it's because I do have a little bit of a backlog. If it's an urgent question, you can reach out to our phone numbers, 647-250-7280 in the chat, on our website, everywhere else, and you have my email directly. Now, if you are interested in going to this website, the Exhibitors Hub, the link is now in the chat. I will send all of this information and all of these links to you within the next half hour. So make sure that if you don't receive it before 5 p.m., there may be going through the spam folder. Reach out. We'll figure out a way to connect. Okay? Any other questions before we go? Okay. I think we did quite well. We are right on time. Marco, go ahead and ask your question.
Oh, no, sorry. That was a mistake.
Oh, no problem. So we are right on time for a full hour. Again, this is also going to be on our YouTube channel, so you'll be able to go back to this. If your team has questions and you don't want to explain, you can send them the link and they can watch it. So thank you again for your time, and I wish you have a lovely evening today.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Andrea.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.